My son just called me an adventurer because I'm carrying 2 mochilas, and that means 2 rucksacks. To be honest, actually it's just 1 rucksack. The other thing is my photo bag, but okay, that makes still 2 bags. And being an adventurer is not a bad thing. But okay, that's beside the story. What am I doing here? You see the background? That's Valencia. So I'm not in Monaco, and little bit piece of information at the moment. There's the Monaco Yacht Show, and as you see, I'm not there. I'm a bit sad because I always thought, I love going there just to meet up with friends, make new friends, contacts, talk about business opportunities, and maybe find a client one day. It's this kind of funny thing in Monaco. Everybody's running around crazy busy, and nobody has time to stop for a chat because everybody thinks they might be missing that one client that just walks around the show incognito and nobody knows about, and he might be wanting to talk with you, but unfortunately you have been busy talking with your friends. So much for the Monaco myths. There are a couple of myths. I mean, that place and that show is definitely the stuff that myths are made of, and it's fun. It's really, I always loved going there. I haven't been there for the last few years, but I loved going there. And one day I was talking with Nick Edmondson, who was the founder of that big brokerage, Edmondson, and I said to Nick, "Hey, don't you think this is a little bit like a family reunion?" And he said, "Yeah, but shouldn't say that, awful family." He's probably a little bit right, a little bit wrong. As I said, I love that big family that I call the yachting industry, or the yachting industry that I call family, and it's kind of my tribe. Like a family, it's quite normal that you have the strange aunts and the weird uncle, and you're not getting along with everybody. But on average, it's just those reunions are pretty damn cool. I can't imagine they can be as cool in any other industry. So that's that. Also, and I'm not there. So why? Well, there's one thing that is, as I said, the clients are a little bit elusive. So, as somebody put it right, you have to make a decision how much of it is ROI and how much is FOMO. So, it's the fear of missing out when you're not there versus, the return of interest that you hope you get by being there. And let's face it, it's not cheap. I mean, if you're just going there as a free roaming designer, that's easy. It's not easy on your feet because you do, a million steps per day, and after those 4 days you're pretty dead. But it's still easy, because if you actually have a stand, and if your company has a stand, it is pretty damn expensive, and I mean it. It's just because we do yachts doesn't mean that we are all just swimming in money. That's the clients, not us. But we still love it, so there is there's no complaint about that here, at least not while I'm not spending that amount of money. So I'm not there because that's the other side of the business. Sometimes you have to stay at your desk. Sometimes you have deadlines. Sometimes you have to deliver things. And then you just can't join the party. Or other times, I've heard of people that actually went there to meet the client of the projects that they're working on, and they spend those 4 days visiting a few boats in not even on the show, but on parked around the bay, and a couple of more hours on meeting rooms to discuss what you've just found. So you're not always going there for the party, and I think that's kind of a general thing about the whole industry. I mean, you just have to understand that you can party, and that's a wonderful thing, but you are not part of the party that is the client's world, free flowing champagne and sitting at the pool the whole day. You are you're part of the industry. You're part of you're delivering. You are. It sounds negative. It isn't actually. I think I quite like. I thoroughly prefer being on this side, being on the creative side, being on the side of the people that make the dreams come true. And I love it. I love doing that part. So I actually think I probably would hate being on the other side. The ones that just put down the money to have something done for them, and yeah, that's it. So, and to be honest, I do have my own world that is outside, in my own life, that is outside the yachting industry. It's and outside that glitzy world, and I enjoyed that thoroughly too. So, a little bit of a warning to to the young designers out there: don't mix up the worlds. There's your world, and there's the other world, and they are connected, they are linked to each other, they need each other, but they're not the same. And I think, I might just end up with a saying that always guided me, that is, to be a king, you just need to be born a king, but to be the court jester, you really need talent. And with these words, everybody that is in Monaco, have fun, stay hydrated, take good care of your feet, make sure that you eat enough in between the drinks, and I'll see you when you come back, or I'll see you at one of the other shows. I don't know, whatever. Hit the like button, don't hit the like, and subscribe if you want. I'll see you next time.